Hi guys, welcome back. It's Nancy and I'm doing another video for Fairy Stamper with the Fairy Hugs stamps. So we're going to make a quick card using the pre-printed scenes they have. This one is called, well, I don't know what it's called. I'll have to look it up for you guys, but I'll link it down below. But it just has the big moon, and I believe these are 6x6. We're going to be using the Hanging Vines stamp. We're going to use the logs. And our focal image is going to come from this set, which is Lila and Robin, or maybe it's Lila and Robin, sorry. And then we have the birch tree set, okay? So here we go. So we're going to start with the background. You can see it's already printed. It's heavy-duty matte cardstock. And we have the moon on there with the shadows and everything. And I want to, first of all, ground this. So I've grabbed a piece of paper and just torn it. And I'm going to grab some little smoothie sponges, or you can use an ink blending brush or ink blending foam, whatever you have. I'm going to use these little sponges, and I'm going to grab some dark ink here. This one is Rainforest from VersaFine Clair. And I'm just going to ink up the corner and go against this torn edge and just ground our photo here. And that's all we're going to do for that. And then I'm going to bring in a little piece of fun foam to stamp on, just so I have a little give with my stamps and the clear blocks. And we will start with the log, and we're going to use the larger log, this one here. And I'm going to use dark brown ink. I think Pine Cone is the darkest one. I'm going to stamp that over here off to the left with the open side of the log off the paper. Okay, that looks pretty good. We're going to grab our birch trees next. And I think for those we'll use some Fallen Leaves, which is another dark brown ink. And this one I'm going to stamp off to the right here. And I kind of placed it at the top of the log. We're going to color the log in, so it's going to look like it's behind the log. See? I'm going to grab the other birch tree and put it on the other side. Okay. And for this one, I'm going to kind of bring it down. Okay, this paper is nice and matte. There's no coating on it, so it accepts the ink very nicely. And with the birch trees, there is a little owl. He's optional, but you can bring him in. And with some black ink, this is VersaFine Clair Nocturne, we'll stamp him on the edge of the branch here. Perfect. Okay, we're done with the birch trees. We're going to bring in our little Lila. This has Lila and Robin. We're going to use Lila. We're going to make it look like she's doing a balancing beam act on the log. Okay, so we're going to ink her up very heavily with the VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink. Okay, and I am going to press her onto the log, kind of the back foot at the top and then the front foot hanging down. I'm going to press and make sure we give her a little time to transfer over. Okay, she looks great. And then the last thing we're going to grab is the hanging vines, and we're just going to put some leaves on our trees. I'm going to use the larger cluster. We're going to go in with some Rainforest dark green ink. And I want to be really low and long on the right side of the tree here. And as I move across the page, I'll move my leaves up a little bit. I'll do a second generation stamp and then re-ink and go up a little bit. And then again a second, so it looks like this is full for the tree. The same thing on this side. We're going to go low off of the page here. And then as we move closer, we're going to pull up, second generation stamp, re-ink, pull up. Okay, so this gives us a fuller look to this tree. And you can always go in and add more if you want more fullness. I'm going to switch to the other set. And I'm also going to change to the Shady Lane green ink. Here. And kind of doing the same thing, starting low with the first generation, going up, and that'll fill it in some more. And you probably have some other leaves that you could use. So we have this full looking set of trees. Very fun looking. There's a little fairy who snuck out to go practice her dance lessons, her gymnastics on this wooden log under the moonlight. All right, and then all I do from here is just color it in. So I'm going to remove my foam stamping pad. And I'm just going to take my gel pens and fill in wherever I need to add some color. And what this will do is accentuate some of the artistic elements of the stamp, but also give it a little sparkle, a little color. Just be careful, this is a pigment ink I've used, so it does take a moment to dry, so you want to make sure you don't smear anything with your fingers. as you're coloring in. Okay, so that's for the tree. And then for the leaves, there are a few open spots on the leaves. So I'm just going to find those and fill some of those in. You don't have to do all of them. Just a random few. And again, it'll just give a little hint of glimmer when you go to pick this card up, because these are shimmery metallic colors. Some of them have glitter in them. Okay. And then for her wings, I'm going to use the Sakura Jelly Roll Stardust pen. It has way more shimmer. Oh, I got ink on the moon. It has way more shimmer than just using a sparkle pen like from Spectrum Noir or a Wink Estella. This just is straight mica shimmer in here, so there's a lot. So when you put this down, it really pops. Of course, you could add color if you wanted to. We're going to add color here in a second. And I'm going to take a white gel pen and just going to accentuate the lines to her dress a little bit. I'm going to accentuate her arms. Just trace with the white pen so that it looks like the moonlight is bouncing off of her. Okay. All right, and then I want her little antennae to be glowing, so I'm going to grab some silver. Or gold. And then I want her to have little pink ballerina shoes. So what we're going to do is we're going to color in and on the front here. She has her little shoes on. And there is our little pop of color. Now for the moon, I'm going to add a little bit of sparkle here. I don't know if I can erase my little boo-boo here. I'll try to. The Mono Sand Eraser. And this is just the Spectrum Noir Sparkle Pen. And again, you want to be careful because that pigment ink, if it's not dry, you'll end up making a watercolor out of your ink onto the moon. So just be careful with how much sparkle you're putting down. And one more element we can add that I forgot about. There we go. Fireflies. They would be cute on this. Stamp those in some dark blue Twilight ink. And with those, we can color in with some gold pen. There we go. Got a little green and blue sparkle with these little fireflies. And there we have Lila in the woods practicing her ballet in front of the wise owl and the fireflies under the moonlight. So a lot of sparkle, a lot of fun, very, very easy to do. Again, you can pick up the stamps at Fairy Stamper. I will link that down below for you guys. If you have any questions, post it down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Thanks for watching and keep on stamping. Bye, guys.